Hello and welcome to KAKAKI Sports. I am Simbi Shima. Well, for this edition of the program, we'll focus mainly on the second edition of the National Council of Sport meeting right here in Calabar, the Cross River State capital. This event is organized by the National Sports Commission and it features directors of sports, commissioners of sports from all around the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT. Right here, you also see the formulation of policies, evaluation, and implementation of these policies for the sole aim of developing sports administration in Nigeria. The issue of age falsification among athletes, often aided by coaches, took the center stage on day 2 of the ongoing National Council of Sport meeting. Recall in September 2025, during the National Youth Games in Asaba, several petitions on age cheating plagued the event, an outcome stakeholders say undermines the developmental objective of the Games. The Director General of the National Sports Commission, Bukola Olopade, and the Director General of the National Institute for Sports, Philip Shaibo, both maintain that age falsification is detrimental to long-term athletes' development and Nigeria's chances at the podium in international competitions.
The technical session agreed that we have a scourge in our sport in age cheating. And when the debate started, everybody agreed that there must be a draconian approach in the punishment for those coaches, those stakeholders who encourage their wards to lie about their age, to fabricate birth certificates.
But uniquely, the issue of the age thing was very important. It will help to grow our sport and to help even the lad as far as their career is concerned. And business perspective, bringing the business community into council is one major achievement that sport is about to witness.
Well, I caught up with some of the sports commissioners and the directors of sports present at the event, and they shared some of their expectations from the event. So let's take a listen.
Let's be given a level playing ground anywhere we go, and then we see the best out of the athlete. An athlete goes and is defeated just because some other person didn't fit the rules, and there is no punitive measure. It's not a good thing. So I expect that all the directors of sport, all the commissioners, my colleagues that will be coming today, we will put our heads together, work with the National Sports Commission. They are very focused. I have high regards for the national chairman, Alhaji Shebudiko, and the DG. They are doing so well to transform sports in Cross River State. And we at the state level who feed the national, we need to support them by doing exactly what they usually would ask us to do.
I've always believed that age falsification should have the same penalties as doping. You cannot be 22 years old and be competing against a 16-year-old. That's doping for me. So I've been a big proponent of that, and I'll be glad to see that it becomes a mainstream cause for discussion. As for Bayelsa State, of course, I've been Commissioner of Sports for more than 6 years, and all my athletes and everybody knows my stance against age cheating, which I also call doping. With respect to the involvement of the private sector in sports in Bayelsa, it's appreciating, but it's not at the level that we would want to have it. Currently, the private sector is not as involved in sports development as it ought to be. If you do have the private sector involved, it's because they are a personal friend and they are doing you a favor. And that's not what it should be. It should be about the intrinsic value that sports has to offer to society and the patriotism that it also affords us. And all companies, regardless of the type of business they do, should have an entrenched interest in the development of sports, and I'm happy to see that that's also a focus of our discussion.
What I expect other states to go back with is for them to go back, put their homes in order, that is their athletes, as per the age group categories that have been pronounced here.
The incidents of Kano athletics last May is an eye-opener. It's one of the punishable offense that a director of sport can be punished and dismissed and even be sent to prisons. You take over 100 athletes without insuring them, without ensuring that if something happens, the parents will be compensated. We don't joke with insurance in FCT. I so much concord to the decision of the National Sport Commission.
The resolutions from this council will help in strategizing sports in Nigeria. That's one. It will also improve on the developmental strides that have already been ongoing. You can see that Nigeria is growing on a daily basis, especially grassroots sport development is what we want. And so this council will bring out so many strategies that will help to build grassroots sport development in Nigeria.
But there are some things that were discussed here that is going to help us in hosting. For instance, the reducing the number of sports. It will give us, it will reduce the costs on us, it will reduce the financial burden on us. So this this council is where policy on sports are made. This whole meeting is to the advantage of Enugu State, because as we go in now, we will now cut down our costs so that we'll be able to give our guests that will be coming a perfect accommodation, perfect feeding, perfect everything. So I think it helps us.
When the private sector is involved, the burden on government will gradually be reducing, because sports involves a lot of finances. But government must provide the enabling environment. Age cheat is a very serious one in Nigeria. You know, in our age competitions, like the National Under 15, we have a lot of challenges concerning age. But today, the memo has come to the council and justice has been done. That is one of the best things that will happen to us. So if you claim age and you are caught, you go in for it.
Well, as you've heard from the commissioners and the directors of sports across different states, these recommendations have been made, the policies have been formed, but now it is left for the directors to ensure that they are implemented in their various states for the betterment of sport administration in Nigeria. Oh, that's our package on KAKAKI Sport this morning. Thanks for watching. I am Simbi Shimaka. Continues.